Last time the captain conquered the arena and blue went through. Who is going through tonight? Now what happens if you put a Bronchiosaurus, a beast, a Gorgon and a boggle-eyed furry robot together in the arena? We're about to find out. Welcome to Megabots, and we are already halfway through the heats, with groups 7 and 8 playing out today. And as I said before, yes, we have a mixture of animals and weird godlike creatures. In Group 7, Jolly Roger leads the pack. And the first semi-final is looking horrific. The winner of Group 7 today goes up against the reigning champion. So no pressure then. And the winner of Group 8 a bit later will face Trackers. It's all coming along very nicely, isn't it? And don't forget the pool. 3 robots on 5 points. If another robot gets 5 points, Terahertz, Bladebuster and Road Rage are out. But now we concentrate on Group 7. Medusa, Diotor, Bronchi and the 10th seeds Jolly Roger is first in the arena versus Bronchi. Here we go, the first battle. Jolly Roger leading the way. The 10th seeds, all the experience, lost to Ramsey in the semi-finals. And Bronchi, the dinosaur, comes back with no wins to its name. I'm sure we can change that. Come on, Bronchi, we're all rooting for your first win. As we now commence. In comes Bronchi with a little jabber at the back there. Looks like a dinosaur, doesn't it? Of course, it is meant to be a dinosaur. Jolly Roger. It does have the flipper, the self-righting mechanism, the front hinged mounted little lifter at the front, but the true devastating... Well, it's like kind of a combined weapon there with the spikes and the saw together, giving a deadly attack mode there we can see already onto Bronchi. Bronchi's armour now looking a little loose, should we say, as Jolly Roger now comes in for the kill. Jolly Roger, this is the thing, yes, you see, it is very uneven, unbalanced, but it's very neat when it self-rights. It can self-right very easily. The armour, the way it's designed, it can easily get back on its wheels, and of course that combined weaponry at the back makes it a threat, I'll have to say. It didn't progress further than the semi-finals last time around. Like I said, it lost to Ramsey in the first round of the semis. In its group, though, it had Jaws 8645T, which is actually in the next group in this heat, and Panic Attack. It did very well, though, to survive the group. Will it do the same again? It ended on 8 points last time. That's a very good record. At the moment, though, Bronchi doing well. Darting towards Matilda. They are doing extremely well here against the blade of Jolly Roger. Now then, are we going to a judge's decision? Well, the pit's descending in the distance, we can see, and it looks like Bronchi is going to take the seeded machine Jolly Roger to a judge's decision. This is great stuff. Well, Bronchi. Oh!
Cease!
Oh! 2 seconds off a judge's decision. Oh, I don't believe it. What on earth was that about? 3 points, Jolly Roger. It's Medusa now against Diotor. Medusa has no wins to its name. It's with that lifter and spike, weighing in at 100 kilos. And Diotor, always a pleasure to see Diotor back. Of course, the reigning Ultimate Challenge champion. Little else to its name, though. His name, her name. Is it he or her, Diotor? Never a question I've really asked myself, to be honest. Medusa is definitely a she, though, as the snakes and the head and the eyes all amalgamate to make this horrific-looking machine. Of course, coming back from the last series, both robots coming back from last series. Neither escaped their groups, though, unfortunately. So for me, I suppose you'd have to, with the experience, go for Diotor here, as they did have a better campaign last time. Matilda just shot off the screen there. Get back to your CPZ, and has done. Excellent. Now, Medusa. She might be a bit jealous, you know, Medusa, taking up all the credit, you know, being the girl of the arena, the female. Are you allowed to say that anymore? I'm not too sure. Anyway, Diotor now coming in for the kill. Trying to anyway. Then needs to be careful not to stay there too long, as the flipper does flip up. And we have seen the flipper immobilise and flip over already in this series, so it is worth avoiding if you can. He obviously didn't. Now, Medusa is just falling to pieces here. Not really what she did in Greek mythology, was it? She was definitely the dominant one, as Diotor now being pushed by Medusa in towards Sakilolot. Diotor can try and get that flipper. Yeah, just flip Medusa, because they have no self-righting mechanism. Now then, another obstacle to avoid is the pit. As it descends, Diotor, it's looking for a win. Both robots really. I'm going to go to the first judge's decision of the fight. Whoa, almost. The second judge's decision. Still recovering from that last fight.
Cease.
However, Cease has called. Now Shunt. Ooh, I was going to say Shunt. If I pushed Diotor into the pit there, it wouldn't have counted. Who on earth's won this, you know? They've given it to Medusa. Well, this group is already throwing up surprises. As we move over now to Group A, let's reset the batteries and refresh as we see Massacre versus 8645T5, aka Beasts. Massacre return as our 8th seeds. They came within the top 8 last time around, weighing in 108 kilos with the flywheel and flipper. And Beasts returns once again. Shh, don't wake it up though. Don't wake it up.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The added bit of Beast 2 this time are 2 more eyes, which means there's double the Beast, as you can see. It's very clever because you wake up the Beast as it turns around and reveals its eyes. Now, Massacre. Now, for me, it's a very good machine. It did have a bit of luck in the last series. Got through to the second round of the semis and lost to Ramsey. So again, 2 robots in this heat sharing the same disaster, and aka Jolly Roger and Massacre both lost to Ramsey in the same semi-finals last time. In terms of group experience, this is the heat to be. All 4 robots performed very well last time. Yes, okay, Beast did get through to the pool, but went no further. It didn't get enough points to get through to the semi-finals. But for me at the moment, Beast is under pressure here as the flywheel of Massacre comes in and destroys the Beast. And if you squint hard enough, the 8645T5 will reveal Beasts. Shunt coming briefly out to play. Now the pit is descending. This is going to have to be careful here. The pit is playing a big factor in this heat so far. There's Massacre now coming in, trying to use that. That's more of a self-righting mechanism. The primary weapon on Massacre is the flywheel. Beast has the lifting forks at the front, but I think isn't really getting them into use. Oh, now the flywheel has come off Massacre. Well, you know, I say Massacre's been doing all the work here. As we go into another judge's decision,
Cease.
we're going to see now who has come off on top. I don't know, you know. Maybe give it Massacre, just. Cease has been called though, chaps. Come on. Play the game. Literally, play the game. Yes, the judges have given it to Massacre. Well, that was a good fight. Twister 2 is next up against Razer. So they both get ready to fight. Twister 2 coming back bigger, better, stronger than before. It did get 2 wins and was very unlucky not to get through the group. And Razer headed into the pool, got no further with 4 points and that deadly crusher.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Hard to believe Razer got through to the pool last time. It only won 1 clear fight and lost a judge's decision. So, really, you've got to look at Twister, because Twister last time won 2 fights, 1 3-pointer and 1 2-pointer. He was very unlucky not to escape the heat, really. They were up against Smycosaurus and Real Thor, both ended on 6, and poor Thor in their heats last time, their group, and then on 1 point. But they promise us Twister 2 is much better, much faster, and at the moment is doing all of the pushing. This is great. We've not really had an actual pusher robot yet in the tournament. Look at that shove in towards Sakilla. This is great. Here from Twister 2. We did have, of course, the first version of Twister was nowhere near, though, as powerful as what we're seeing here. Razer's up against it now. Twister spinning around, mad as ever. Seem really got to grips with what Twister should have done in the last series, and look, it's upended. Razer here. Razer doesn't know what's hit it. It's burning now on towards the flame pit. Twister coming around. They've obviously worked incredibly hard on the design here, and when I say worked incredibly hard, just switched a few things over in the game, you know, in the pits. Yeah, I'm taking it far too seriously, but I love it. I love it. Get really involved, really stuck in, but the cease has gone. The pit's descended as well, but that's it. Razer immobilised. Getting far too carried away there. Far too carried away. 3 points, Twister 2. Brilliant stuff. Now, we'll take a breather and go over to the ultimate challenge. Now, this time around, Thor, once again, surviving the 90 seconds last time. We'll see if they can go any better up against a dead metal.
Activate.
Of course, Diotor is the robot to beat on 45 seconds. A completed, destroyed dead metal. Can Thor do any better here? Now, Diotor, of course, is in this heat. So, Thor, look out. Don't do any better than then Diotor, the flipper flips and dead metal's over. Well, that wasn't 45 seconds. Oh, just as I say that,
Cease.
Diotor is looking on in the pits as it repairs for the next part of their group battles, and I have a feeling the only decent thing Diotor did last time is going to be overtaken. It is. That's a stunning record. Thor completes it in 18 seconds, point 59. Well, Diotor, your reign is over. But not for the tournament, that is. Jolly Roger and Medusa next in the arena.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Jolly Roger reversing into Medusa. Medusa, once again, seems to hover over that floor flipper. Is it a tactic, do you think? Try and activate it to a point where it will activate and just get off it in time for the other robots to get flipped. They're doing well though. Jolly Roger over. Quick to self-right though. Medusa up against it now with that deadly circular saw on the back of Jolly Roger. They just need a very lucky flip here on the seeded machine to overturn. Yes, there we can see now. It can, right. It's like a buoy, isn't it, in the sea? I suppose that's probably where it gets its name from. As it does tip over, it's like it sways. It sways backwards and forwards until it's self-right. Now, Medusa using the little dabber at the back there to gain some damage points, because at the moment, Jolly Roger has all the damage points. And of course, it can self-right. Can it get out of the group once again, or are we in for another shock? Last minute shocker. So the heat already throwing quite a few surprises. And of course, Thor winning the Ultimate Challenge record. Bash coming out for the kill now. Once again, leaves his CPZ. House Robots, Matilda as well. Don't really know what they're on today as they shoot out the corners. Now then, the pit has opened up. And what can Jolly Roger do here now? Because it has lost its blade at the back as we go to another judge's decision. Oh, unless something disastrous happens in the last 2 seconds. No, I don't think so. Well,
Cease.
I have absolutely no idea who's won that. Who has won that? Jolly Roger, I would have thought. Yes. Got more of the flips in. And, of course, the damage. Bronchi and Diotor next in the arena.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Both robots are desperate for points. I think Diotor will take any... Oh, that's a great attack from Bronchi, but Diotor I think will take anything here. And now that it's been humiliated in the ultimate challenge, it really has nothing to lose. Just needs to go for it. Just go for it. Bronchi, though, out of control. They seem more entertaining, I think, than last time. I don't know what they're... Look at that grip they've got on Diotor now. That's a good skill, aggression, damage. It will damage the fur on Diotor as they skirt Matilda's corner patrol zone there, you can see. Bronchi coming in with the dabber once again. That's good control. Keeping with Diotor, keeping the dabber into... Oh! Well, but... Oh! Oh! In the space of 10 seconds, Bronchi is just a green circular whizzing thing. Oh, look at this, it's out of control. It's totally out of control. This is the new weapon. This is Bronchi Mach 2. Oh, this is brilliant. Look at it spinning. Oh, well, it doesn't know which is left or right. Well, that's one way of winning it. Spin. Be more aggressive here. And oh! Don't go in the pit. We've already seen that happen before in this heat. Look at this. This is highly entertaining. Well, Diotor can't get through to Bronchi. Bronchi here doing all the aggression, all the damage here, I think. Spinning around because it can't do anything. You know, that is actually Bronchi. Oh! That is actually Bronchi. It is Bronchi, I promise. It spins around. What can it do? This is highly entertaining. It's dancing with oblivion. Oh! Diotor just needs to push Bronchi in. Go on, you're so close. Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, goodness me. Oh, we're going to a judge decision. God, that was entertaining. Thank you, Bronchi. I think you might have won that. I think you might have won that, you know. You have. Fantastic. My favourite, new favourite to win the heat, win the group. Oh, Bronchi, wonderful. That's what we love on Robot Wars. Over to Group 8 next. Massacre is next against Twister.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, I can tell you this. I've been very impressed with both Twister and Bronchi. I mean, despite Bronchi being more entertaining than skilled, it'd be great for them to go through. Look at this. Matilda, once again, coming into play. Now then, Massacre have self-righted in fine style. As Twister 2 comes in for the kill. Needs to avoid! They kept that a secret. They actually have a self-righting arm. I didn't know that. I just thought there was that little black self-righting arm there, but they've actually got 2 self-righting arms to help the self-right. What a robot this is, and already the 8th seed's in peril here. They're overturned. Twister spinning in delight. You kept that a secret, didn't you, Twister? What a robot this is. This could go all the way, you know, if it carries on the way it's doing, and it can avoid and self-right, avoid a flipper. The cease is called. Massacre end on 0 points. Twister will get the full 3. Brilliant stuff. Oh, what an unpredictable, fantastic heat we've got for you. Next, it's Beasts and Razer. Is there another surprise in store here?
3, 2, 1, activate.
I say surprise, it's actually Beast that came out with 5 points, Razer on 4, both got through to the pool, so in terms of fights and points, Beast is the most experienced here. As we tick down to maybe another judge's decision, I have no idea what's going to happen here now. All I will say is that Razer, both robots really need a clear win here. You have to feel for one of them, whoever does lose is out of Megabots 2. Sadly, we will lose them, and well, at this rate, we'll be losing Razer because Beast somehow has flipped Razer, but Razer using its self-righting mechanism, coming down, needs to use the Crusher and push, well, not itself into Shunt, but push Beast in towards Shunt's corner patrol zone, using little lifting tusks at the front, the lifting prongs. And then Razer once again coming in for the kill. I actually think those lifting forks on Beast are lower to the ground than Razer's front wedge to get a grip on Beast. So that's what Razer's done, attack the side, which means that Beast can't get underneath Razer to flip. But they're having some problems here. Look, Razer trying to pinch down onto Shunt to avoid any further damage. Let's get this. Oh, Razer attacking Shunt as Shunt comes out of its corner patrol zone. Razer now coming in for the kill. Well, Beast is doing very well here. Very well indeed. Flipping, trying to flip. Razer pinching down though. Now then, can Beast wrap this fight up and get the clear 3 points? It's going to have to do it quickly. Razer now coming in as the pit. There's the pit. No, what are you doing, Beast? I don't believe that.
Cease.
Beast were on top. Beast are now at the bottom of the pit. Oh. 3 points to Razer. Well, Beast, I don't think can qualify. Oh, I was going to say just when you've seen everything in this heat, but I really dread to think what's coming next. All I know is it's Medusa and Bronchi.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And talk about the fight of the creatures from 65 million years ago, from Greek mythology. Very similar looking robots. I mean, they're very differently built, of course. I mean, Bronchi, as we know from the last fight. You really want it to shed its weaponry again so it can go into that the tizzy spin that we saw before. It was brilliant. Oh, I really want Bronchi to win. Oh, as it attacks Matilda. Now then, Medusa. Matilda coming in for the kill again. She's been on fire tonight. Medusa trying to get some damage points with the little poking device at the back. Oh, and another great attack there from Bronchi, and it's flipped!
Cease.
That's the power of Bronchi, what we can see, and they have won another fight here. Total transformation and contrast to Megabots in the last series. And look, they're on joint first position now as Jolly Roger and Diotor are last in the arena.
1. Activate.
Well, as this is the last fight of Group 7, Medusa sadly cannot qualify. Now, if Diotor gets the clear 3 points here, Jolly Roger, Bronchi and Diotor will all be on 5 points. So it will go to the head-to-head decision. But even then, things might get interesting. So how do you pick from those three? Anyway, jumping way ahead, let's just see if Diotor can get the 3 points here. As Jolly Roger's blade, I mean, it's so lethal. Already shredding Diotor, but Diotor flipping Jolly Roger. This is the first time we've really seen Diotor be so effective with the flipper. There's Jolly Roger now in all sorts of trouble with Sergeant Bash. They're going to have to get themselves away from there. If they carry on, if they continue with the self-rising mechanism attached to the robots, they will be fine. But once that goes, they're dead. They won't be able to get up from there. And at the moment, Bash really doing all of the work here. Diotor's not doing much. It won't count in Diotor's favour from all that. Yes, they've pushed them into the corner patrol zone, but Sergeant Bash did all of the damage there. Rocking and rolling around the arena. Diotor trying to use the flipper. Is doing well here. Look at this. Using the flipper. Now, yes, you might say that Jolly Roger is doing all of the damage, but is it? Is it really? Because Jolly Roger's shredded as well. So Diotor here. Now, Jolly Roger have no weaponry. Diotor, could it finally have a clear win here? I'm not too sure. Pushing into Sakilla lots. At the moment, the seeded machine in all sorts of problems. If we are going to go to that judge's... Well, yeah, it looks like we are. If we are going to go to that judge's decision, for me, it is Diotor. Unfortunately, they're not going to get the clear 3 points, even though if we went a bit longer, maybe they would have done. But no, cease has been called. Well, Jolly Roger's actually stuck there on the spike on the arena wall. So just to confirm, Diotor will have 4 points, Jolly Roger ending on 6, and just, scraping through. Well, Bronchi fans, don't worry. More on Bronchi in a minute, but just to confirm, Jolly Roger, the 10th seeds, will be up against the reigning champion, Jaws. Now, Bronchi goes to the pool. So Bronchi at the moment, will be going through to the semi-finals. Way, fantastic news. My favourite robot, I think, of the heat. But we just finish off the last 2 fights. Next, it's Beast and Twister.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Beast needs 3 points. And for Massacre to lose its fight completely, for Beast to have any kind of attempt, really, to get through to the semi-finals. Twister on track, and to be honest, even if it does lose, it'll at least come into 2nd place. Already on 6 points, of course. Can it achieve the treble and get the full 9 available points? Beast, oh, goodness me. Well, I think that actually came off Twister. Oh, and in fact, the lifting forks on Beast have come off as well. So, damage to each robot as Twister pushes Beast into the corner patrol zone. Matilda comes out to play. Beast, that spike that's protruding upwards there was right underneath Twister's backside there. Once again, Matilda coming into play. This will all count in Twister's favour, but I don't. Well, the push is that immobilised? What? It's an upended beast, a beast on its hind legs. I'm not quite sure what you call that, but whatever it is, does that count as immobilised? Yes. Yeah, that's it for Beast. Well, that was brilliant stuff there. Twister completely naked. As it now comes in for the kill. Well, the pit's there. Is it going to go? It is. It's in. Twister, the full 9 points. Would you ever have predicted that? Twister 2, definitely the most improved robot we've seen. There, confirmation, Beast out. Now, who is going to join Twister? Massacre and Razer. Finally, battling for a place in the series semi-finals.
Activate.
If Massacre wins, they'll end on 5 points. If Razer wins, they'll end on 6 and going through. Winner takes all. Even if it goes to a judge's decision, it could be touch and go. It could be touch and go because they'll both end on 4 if Massacre wins. Oh, all ifs and buts once again. But again, Bash coming out to play now. Razer's going to have to escape the claws and the flame atrocity of the Sergeant there. Pushing in towards the corner. Razer is just a glutton for punishment there as it goes back into the corner. The thing is, because Twister has the full 9 points, they're actually fighting for the pool position. So, really, both robots need a win here. Now, if Razer does get the full 3 points and gets 6 points, they'll go top of the pool. Massacre, they get the full 3 points, they'll have 5 points. So, we're going to have quite a few robots here ending on 5 points if we get that far. We could end up on a judge's decision, like I said. Razer in all sorts of trouble. They have absolutely been destroyed by Sergeant Bash. If you go into a corner patrol zone, a CPZ, the house robots will attack, and I think it's just proved fatal for Razer. I don't think Razer can move properly. They've lost drive, I think, but saying that, Massacre are also naked. Oh! Oh, game, set and match.
Cease.
Oh dear me, what a way to end your campaign. Every single fight ending dramatically here. Massacre will get the 5 points and go through. Just to confirm though, Twister 2 wins the group and will go up against Trackers in the semi-finals. Oh, what a semi-final this is shaping up to be now. We have a problem. We've got 5 robots on 5 points. And only 4 can go through. It will all come down to their performances in the groups, depending on how many clear wins they've won against judges' decisions and losses. But heat highlight for me, got to be Bronchi. What a machine this is. We hope to see it later in the series. But for now, Jolly Roger and Twister 2 will go through to the semi-finals. I've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching.